Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we're going to continue our study skills series. We're going to talk about rational numbers, addition, and subtraction. Well, here's a true or false question for you. 3.14 is a rational number, true or false? Well, we better figure out what in the world is a rational number before we pop that balloon. So let's go to our definitions. A rational number is a number that can be written as a over b, which is a fraction, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. So you don't want the bottom number to be 0 because you're not allowed to divide by 0. That'll be undefined. So let me go back. Is this going to be a fraction? Well, 3 is a whole number. 14 hundredths would be also a fraction. So I'm going to say yes, true. And true is correct. So that was a rational number. All right. So here's some tips and notes that you should know about adding or subtracting fractions with different denominators. First thing you should find is the least common denominator, LCD. Change each fraction to a new fraction with the LCD. Keep the new denominator, which is the bottom number. The same, add or subtract the numerators, which is the top numbers. Simplify to the lowest terms, if possible. I have another process that I like to call my shortcut way to add or subtract fractions. And what I would do is I would multiply the denominators, which is going to give you a new denominator. And a lot of people have heard of that butterfly method where you cross multiply. So I'm going to cross multiply the terms, and then I'm going to get new terms. So with those new terms, I'm going to add and subtract those new products to give me a new numerator. Then I'm going to reduce to the lowest terms if possible. So what do you mean by that, Dr. Rob? Well, let me get this fraction here. Negative 4 3/4 plus negative 1/3. So let me just make a copy of it, bring it down a little bit, move that up a little bit, and get a little space. So first step, I'm going to multiply the bottom numbers. That'll give you a new denominator. 4 times 3 will give you a new denominator. You are halfway finished your answer. Really? So if you had a multiple choice, you could almost guess your answer and you might be correct. Now I mentioned now you got to do cross multiply. So I'm going to ignore the negative signs right now. So I'm just going to multiply 3 times 3, and that'll give me 9. Then I'm going to cross multiply 4 times 1, and that'll give me 4. So these numerators that I have here, I'm not going to use them anymore. So I'm going to ignore them, get rid of them, because I have new numerators. I have a 9 and I have a 4. Those are my new numerators. 9 and I have a 4. I'm going to add those two numbers together. Why am I adding? Is because it says add. But keep in mind, you're dealing with integers now you're dealing with rational numbers that have signs. There's a negative sign here and a negative sign here. So you got to keep in mind your rules for adding integers in the ultimate. But let me just keep going. 9 plus 4 is going to give me 13. And my denominator is 12. So my answer would be 13 over 12, but now I have to put back that sign, which is 13 over 12, which is 1 1/2. 1 1/12, sorry. So now I got to deal with these signs. I have a negative plus another negative, or when the signs are the same, the answer is negative. So my answer is going to be negative. So negative 1 and 1/12. Now that's the old-fashioned way of doing it because we're allowed to use calculators these days. Let me press this just to show you that it was correct. So negative 1 and 1/12. So I would say use your calculator as a shortcut. But in case you're not allowed to use a calculator or the calculator is broken, this is a good shortcut way. Again, multiply the bottom numbers. That'll give you the denominator. Ignore the signs if they have them. Cross multiply. That'll give you brand new numerators. Then add or subtract whatever it tells you in there to do, those numerators, and that'll give you the new numerator. And then simplify. And remember, if you have a negative sign or a positive sign, keep that in mind. The rules for addition of integers. Okay? So that was a good question. Here's one for you. Negative 8/3 plus 5/6. So stop and pause the video and see if you got the answer. Okay, I'm going to reveal the answer to you. Negative 1 and 5/6 equals negative 11/6. So I hope you got that answer. If you didn't, write me, and we will go over it in class. So write down your questions. I hope you understand what's going on. If you're not sure, watch the video and write down your questions and bring them in. Here's a challenge problem for you, of course. So if you can live up to the challenge by finding the answer to, negative 2 and 1/6 plus negative 2/3. That's a challenging problem. So if you need homework help, there's Dollar Teacher Helpline, 212-777-3380, Monday to Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Give them a call. Very nice teachers. Watch my tutorial videos. My channel name is Dan Robinson. Subscribe to my channel. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And write us a comment. I do write back. Give us a thumbs up if you like our videos and what we're doing. Check out our latest release, PKMS Math Prep 20. There's a commercial there for you. You can tweet me at drobmath1. Check out our show Math Time on Tuesdays, 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Optimum Cablevision, Channel 15, only in Peekskill. If you want to study with me, or would you like a worksheet or something on this topic, just write me at robinsonmath@aol.com, and I'll be glad to send you something. So I hope you enjoyed this show. I dedicate it to Joseph. So Joseph, I hope you will do well with rational numbers, adding, and subtracting. Good luck. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.